So it looked like Caitlin Clark has had a private meeting with none other than the GOAT himself, Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
The greatest player of all time has recently become Caitlin Clark's biggest fan. Angel Reese can't handle it. Clark was personally asked by Michael Jordan to train at his high-end golf club, which is frequented by billionaires and champions. But here's something that no one saw coming. Reese was yelling about Clark's LPGA contract online while Clark was making friends with Nike execs and learning from MJ. The difference is huge, and it changes how we think about real drama versus fake drama in women's sports. To show that you agree with Caitlin, write baby goat over baby giraffe.
This is major for Caitlin Clark to be there with MJ. This speaks volumes to her brand. It speaks volumes to where you want to be during the offseason. I know a lot of people are going to say Caitlin Clark should be training. She's with Michael Jordan.
Grove 23 works in a completely different way than any famous golf resort you may have heard of. Jordan opened this track close to Hoboken, Florida, in late 2018, and getting an offer means you've made it to the top of business and sports. The 18-hole course has a main clubhouse, a gatehouse, a teaching center, and a practice range. While the game is going on, refreshments are delivered by drone to the practice range. Every part perfectly shows how passionate Jordan is.
GOATs recognize GOATs. The biggest GOAT of them all. The greatest of all time to ever play a sport. Michael Jeffrey Jordan. You know who's working out, who's training and prepping for their golf tournament, getting a golf swing right at Michael Jordan's private golf course? One Caitlin.
Jordan was in charge of all of the design talks for this course. The clubhouse has windows made of carbon fiberglass, and the plan as a whole is smooth as a golf stroke. The design goes well with Jordan's idea for the course views, making it a place where title winners and Nike executives can do business worth millions of dollars. After getting the call from Grove 23, you're not just playing golf. You are now part of Jordan's inner group of business and sports moguls. Clark got her offer because she is a great basketball player and a nice person. Other players tried for years to get Jordan's attention, but Clark's play and honest personality caught his eye right away. Because the course is invite-only, Jordan personally chooses who goes, and there was something special about Clark that went beyond her basketball stats that caught his attention.
Caitlin Clark is in the vicinity at a private event with Michael Jordan. Now, it's hard to believe that they're not talking basketball. We know it has to do with basketball a little bit. Now, this is a golf event. We're finna get into all of this. We're finna get into the specifics. We're finna get into this event itself. But it's hard to believe they're not talking basketball.
During her practice runs, Jordan walked the route with Clark. These were not just casual lessons on golf. They were planning how to make a brand that would last for decades after the players retired. Jordan talked about ideas from his own life to show how real talent can lead to opportunities in many sports and business fields. Clark paid attention to every piece of advice because she knew that this access meant more than just being famous in the WNBA. Before Clark announced she was joining the LPGA, executives from Nike Golf met in private to plan her multi-sport marketing growth. The talks were mostly about cross-sport marketing strategies and leaving a lasting impact. Jordan emphasized how true stars go beyond their own sports. Clark learned about brand architecture, which covers things like basketball, golf, community service, and starting a business. Jordan built his business exactly according to this plan.
We got Caitlin Clark taking a photo here with the kid, and a kid actually got the Caitlin Clark's on, if you noticed. Yeah. Got the CC's on. And what's the big deal? What's the big deal, KTV? Shout out to offseason Caitlin Clark source. The location, Michael Jordan's private golf course. GOATs recognize.
Clark's natural competitiveness on the golf course was shown during the practice rounds. The accuracy and power in her swing were the same that helped her dominate basketball, showing that her athletic skills go beyond one event. Jordan saw right away that Clark could be a crossover star because he has the unique mix of athletic ability and genuine personality that makes a star. Jordan's personal support was the best proof of Clark's abilities in more than one event. He has been able to spot extraordinary talent for decades, from understanding Kobe's mind to admiring LeBron's way of playing. Now, Jordan was putting his name on Clark's ability to rule many sports platforms. He knew that her genuine appeal would make her a marketing goldmine.
I know everybody wants Caitlin to be with Chris Brinkley, Drew Hanley, and all these other damn trainers. She's with Michael Jordan, bro. Like, it don't get no... Do I need to say more? Do I need to say more? She's with MJ, bro. Like, you do understand this, right? This changed everything, literally. Like, if they build a relationship, if Michael Jordan built a relationship with Caitlin Clark, it's over, right? Yeah, I do. Like, Michael Jordan. I don't know if Michael Jordan ever been seen with a female.
Grove 23's special access set the stage for everything that came after. Clark wasn't just learning how to play golf. She was getting to know Nike executives, learning how to sell to people around the world, and developing the mindset she would need to become a multi-platform star. Jordan's class, which was away from the media and public pressure, was the perfect place for these important conversations. Jordan invited Clark because he knew how to get more people interested in sports through real performances. While other players try to get attention by making up scandals, Clark earned respect by doing his best and being honest. With Michael Jordan's personal support, Clark's growth outside of basketball began at Grove 23. This private sanctuary saw her promise as a crossover player in a way that no league recognition could.
Speak volumes. This speaks so many volumes to the brand of Michael Jordan, to the character of Michael Jordan. He's watching. He's watching Caitlin Clark. He sees everything that's happening. Y'all think MJ's not watching? He's clearly watching. He needed to get Caitlin Clark. It was a private event. He needed to get Caitlin Clark behind the cameras at a private event, talk about this stuff while they play golf. I 100% guarantee that's what went down. Michael Jordan just said in the NBC thing he needed to do more for the game of basketball. This is him definitely doing more for the game of basketball. Caitlin Clark is the biggest basketball star in the world. She was, at one point, Caitlin Clark was bigger than Steph Curry and LeBron combined. Let's not forget that.
When Clark's LPGA deal became known, Angel Reese couldn't keep quiet. When people heard about Clark's multi-million-dollar deal, Reese made the famous post on social media that said, "I can play golf too." The timing of the post told fans everything they needed to know. Clark was building her brand through results and smart connections, while Reese was trying very hard to steal the show. That tweet didn't just happen. It was shared by Reese as soon as Clark's LPGA news got out. It was clear to everyone who saw how desperate they were. She didn't praise Clark or talk about her own basketball success. Instead, Reese made Clark's achievement about herself. People on social media didn't buy it at all. Fans wrote a lot of negative comments about Reese's rude and immature behavior in the comments section.
It's going to be a record-breaking audience, as we know, as always with Caitlin Clark. It is a record-breaking audience.
This is where the difference really stands out. Clark was working out with Michael Jordan at Grove 23 and learning about cross-border marketing. He was also making connections with Nike officials, while Reese was writing about his worries at home. Clark was growing her power and making real partnerships. Reese was stuck in drama loops and used angry posts on social media to try to downplay Clark's crossover effect. Fans had harsh things to say about Ree. People were no longer believing her lie. They told her off for being spiteful and wanting attention. Supporters asked her to directly praise Clark's achievements instead of making vague comments. The huge reaction showed that fans knew the difference between actions that earn respect and actions that are desperate to get attention.
Even just seeing the national media members that have arrived here, the basketball media that's here to cover Caitlin Clark in what's sure to be a really special day in the women's game tomorrow.
When Reese tried to limit Clark's golf skills, they completely failed. Video was taken of Clark's natural swing and competitive nature on the golf course. Her athletic skills worked great for golf, showing that she had real crossover promise. "I can play golf too," Reese said. But Clark's skill and attention to improving her game made her words seem less and less real. Every tweet Reese sent out of jealousy made Clark more famous. The fake discussion brought attention to Clark's real brilliance. Fans gathered even more behind Clark after seeing how humble she was after winning, while her critics threw fits online. The difference could not be more clear. Clark focused on making things better and building long-term relationships. Reese made loud demands for equal recognition without equal success. The social media meltdown showed that Reese's plan to build her brand was completely flawed. Clark was making great deals and expanding into many sports areas. Reese was stuck in basketball drama and couldn't get past the rivals and scandals. She couldn't get Clark's level of fame and respect because her brand was stuck in the same loops.
Sorry, young lady. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody would be watching the WNBA additionally for you. This is all about Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is bringing the money to the game, the planes to the game, the TV viewership. The WNBA is on fire because of Caitlin Clark.
When a peer does well, Reese's lack of professionalism on social media shows how not to handle it. Clark was getting to know famous people in business and sports. Michael Jordan was teaching her how to make an impact that lasts. In her tweets, Reese expressed worry and tried to fit into stories that she hadn't earned a place in. The disaster showed why Clark can form strong allies while Reese has few choices. Real greatness always does better than fake drama. Clark's focus on real progress and work relationships opened up options that Reese's behavior meant to get attention could never reach. Clark's video from the golf course showed that he belonged in high-level sports, while Reese's text showed that she belonged on the outside looking in.
That's right. So that's
The LPGA saw something that the WNBA didn't even notice. Clark can change the way people see an entire sport quickly. The LPGA started a marketing campaign just hours after Clark's golf comment that made the WNBA's efforts look like they were made by amateurs. They had a good idea of what they were up against. Clark and Nelly Korda were paired by the LPGA for the Pelican Golf Club Pro-Am. This did not happen by chance. He is the best player in the world. The LPGA carefully chose the most attractive person in the sport to play with golf's biggest star. They thought that this pairing would get the most attention and show off Clark's broad appeal well.
Amazing for a Wednesday. I mean, there's so many media here from all different sort of media aspects, local news, lots of reporters around that you normally wouldn't see on a Wednesday out here at an LPGA event. All the spectators are all waiting to get their final glimpse of Caitlin, hopefully a final autograph.
The Golf Channel quickly changed its plan to make room for Clark's practice swings. This didn't happen very often at trade shows. The Golf Channel changed their whole plan to record every moment of Clark's powerful draw, which is something that doesn't happen with most pro-ams. There were lots of reports and videos of Clark's swings on social media. It was clear to the LPGA that something special was going on. This is the real difference. The WNBA's marketing department made Clark feel like an outsider during her first 2 seasons. They had record crowds and better TV ratings because of Clark, but they never got the most out of the Caitlin Clark effect that was happening right in front of them. Since the beginning, Clark has been seen by the LPGA as the face of how women's sports are changing. Anaka A. Sandstam praised Clark for staying cool during the competition. Sandstam said that Clark's presence adds a new level of excitement and highlighted how well Clark handles the spotlight while still pushing the limits. This made Clark seem trustworthy in areas other than hoops. A famous golfer praised Clark's honest approach to competition and fame.
First of all, we're thankful that she's here. I think she's been kind of the one, and when you talk about women's sports, she's kind of, other than Nelly, it's been Caitlin. And what she has done is amazing. And like you said, bringing other people into the sport. And golf has been, I think, quite a passion for her for quite.
Nelly Korda said that Clark was always excited and determined. She talked about how nice it was to see another athlete with the same hunger for competition. Other LPGA players, like Brittany Lindholm, Andrea Lee, Megan Kang, Marina Alex, and Lelia Vu, have said they love how Caitlin Clark has brought attention to golf. Cross-promotional events were made by the LPGA to show off Clark's natural athleticism and desire to win. To show off her skills, they set up golf clinics and advertising efforts. Business sponsors lined up with offers of millions of dollars. Their real appeal to Clark was seen as marketing gold that could help them build their names on sports channels. Clark's 2-year LPGA deal was worth between $6 and $8 million. Along with normal sponsorships, the deal included endorsement deals with Nike Golf. They worked together on a strategic level, with visits at events that promoted both groups, golf clinics, and LPGA media campaigns. The LPGA mixed sports and stories in a way that the WNBA had a hard time matching.
Everybody talk about other WNBA players not being appreciated. Nobody insulted them. Nobody dismissed their contribution. We were simply saying, despite the contributions for years and years and years, a lot of people didn't care. Fair or not, until Caitlin Clark came along.
The LPGA gave Clark high-profile relationships and made it easier for fans to get into events. They knew how famous she was and planned events that would get people's attention. People also said that the WNBA missed a chance to benefit from Clark's fame during her first 2 seasons. The difference was clear to everyone who watched. Clark's multi-year LPGA contract showed that smart marketing knows how to use star power and spends money properly. Clark was accepted by the LPGA, showing that leagues can support famous athletes in sports other than their main sport. They saw that Clark's appeal went beyond hoops and could keep people interested in a lot of different areas. Being proactive on the part of the LPGA showed exactly why Clark's brand was expanding beyond basketball. They knew what real quality was when they saw it. While the WNBA messed up their best player, the LPGA takes advantage of the situation and makes a marketing masterpiece that other leagues will look at for years.
That's the reason that you play. It's not because of the wins and the points you score. It's the amount of joy that you can bring people and the young girls that will one day grow up to hopefully, be whatever they want to be and get to talk about those moments too.
What Jordan has done in the past says for itself. He quickly saw that Kobe was thinking like a winner. He understood how LeBron was trying to leave a permanent impression. Now he's putting his name on Clark's ability to do more than one sport well. When the best player of all time opens doors for you, it's a chance that only comes around once every generation. Michael Jordan's endorsement is a turning point in how famous athletes choose the next crop of stars. Reese keeps getting caught up in basketball drama and fights on social media. Clark is building a sports kingdom that will last much longer than a single season or league. It's very clear what the difference is. Reese complains about getting attention and praise online, but Clark takes what he learns from champions and uses it to dominate across all platforms. Clark's amazing ability to learn from the best and use what he's learned in different situations is shown by Jordan's private coaching.
The thing about leadership is how you approach every single person is going to be completely different. And I think the thing that's helped me be successful throughout my career has been the relationships that I've been able to build with people. And every single person you have to approach differently because they come from a different background. They come from a different place. Somebody can be a little more tenderhearted. And for me, I probably want to be screamed at. It's just everybody's a little bit different. So I think that's what's unique about leadership and being able to understand people, but that takes time and building relationships is really important.
Fans already knew this, but Jordan's support makes it clearer. Clark is the future of sports marketing because he is so good at what he does and is famous on many platforms. Legends know legends, and Michael Jordan personally backs Clark's path to becoming a sports hero. Michael Jordan likes Caitlin Clark for a lot of reasons, not just taking golf lessons at his private club. This shows that in sports, real success earns the most respect and opens up the most doors. Jordan doesn't waste time on made-up drama or fights on social media. He recognizes real ability and character. However, Angel Reese keeps having temper tantrums online, while Clark makes friends with famous athletes and expands her reach in many media outlets. It's very clear what the difference is. Clark values progress and working together in smart ways. Reese keeps getting involved in scandals, which stops her from growing. Subscribe and turn on all notifications so you never miss something. If you agree with Caitlin, say baby goat over baby giraffe. We'll see you next after you click the movie on the screen.